guys, welcome back to Sultry Makeup. Today I have some new products that I recently purchased that I wanted to talk to you about, and some swatches and a little bit of a review. I have used a couple of these products already, just super quick, like little test swatches on my eyes and stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I recently ordered some products from ColourPop, and these are my very first ColourPop products. That's a tongue twister. ColourPop products. And the first item that I purchased was a Lippie stick, or Lippie Stix. And this is the color Frida. This is not going to focus, so I'm just not even going to try. It's a really pretty, like, on me it comes off as like a pinky coral kind of color. It's very smooth, very pigmented. And this color was created by Danny. Her channel name is Coffee Break with Danny. If you're not familiar with her, you're missing out. You need to go and subscribe. She's awesome. She does a little bit of everything, actually. And she's a mom like me too, so I can appreciate that. So yeah, it's a really pretty color. Like I said, the pigmentation's great, the texture's great. The only thing that I don't like is the smell. So if all of the Lippie sticks smell like this, I probably won't be buying anymore, but they are very affordable. The whole ColourPop, cosmetics line is very affordable. So if you are looking for, awesome products that have great pigmentation and everything, but are a little bit more like drugstore prices, you could definitely check them out. But this I got for free. I had a $5 off coupon code to use, so I thought I would use it for one of these. I am interested in purchasing some of their lip liners. They do have a lot of like neutral, kind of like brownie tones, but I want to get more colored and just more variety of, things, especially for my kit. The next items that I'm going to show you are all eyeshadows, and ColourPop is a brand that has like a very unique, well, not very unique, but they have a unique formula to their eyeshadows. If you're familiar with the MAC Electric Cool eyeshadows that were limited edition, I can't remember when they came out last, but I actually have one to show you. This is the packaging of the MAC ones, and this one is called Coil, and it's a really pretty, like, shimmery, bronzy, copper kind of color. I'll just, swatch it kind of over here. So this is supposed to be like a hybrid gel kind of formula. It's very pigmented, very smooth and creamy. It almost feels like a cream shadow, but it's not that creamy, if that makes any sense. So I'll go ahead and show you the colors from the quad that Danny curated or created with ColourPop, and this is the packaging, or the sleeve for the box that these shadows came in, and this is called the Metamorphosis Quad, or Be the Change. So I really love the mint and gold on this. I almost want to keep the box. I'm a sucker for packaging. I love keeping packaging of products that I think is pretty or unique or whatever. This first color that I have here is called Hope, and this is the sheer opal finish. So this is a new finish for ColourPop, and then I think it's just launching with hers. I'm not sure if they're going to be coming out with more sheer opal colors, but they definitely would be, hitting a great market if they did. So just, at first glance, it looks just like a plain white color, but this actually has a pink duochrome, and again, it has a very gel, creamy kind of formula to it. I don't think the camera is going to pick up on that pink sparkle that it has, but it's super pretty. So you could really layer this over any eyeshadow base, or over powdered eyeshadows too. So it's like a very, versatile type of product. The next color is called Strength, and this is a satin finish. So this is like a light toffee caramel kind of shade, and it's very silky. It doesn't feel as like wet or as like gel like as some of the other finishes do. All the finishes have like kind of a little bit of a different texture, but it's still very smooth and silky. So I really like this. I actually have used this all over my eyes, like from lid to, you know, under my brow bone. And it blends in with my skin, with like my skin tone very well. So it looks very natural, but it still gives you a little bit of coverage, and it has that satin finish. So it does give your eyes a little bit of a glow. That way they don't look too matte. So I think this is awesome. You could even use it as like an eyeshadow base and put other colors over it too, if you wanted. So I'm very pleasantly surprised that I like that one. The next color again is another sheer opal finish, and this is the color Kindness. And this is one of the colors that like everybody is going crazy over. To be honest, the reason why I got this quad is for these two sheer opal finishes, but I'm very happy with the other two. You know, regardless, I was gonna get this, but I'm glad that I actually do like the other ones here as well. Otherwise it'd be, you know, paying $10 for shadows that I don't like. And if I didn't mention this already, each of the ColourPop shadows is only $5, but when they do these collaborations or the quads or whatever, you can't buy the colors separately. So if you like just one or two or three, or, you know, colors, you have to get them all together. So that's why I'm saying I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm happy that I like them all. And this is one of those colors that a lot of brands have something like. This is kind of like a reddish brown base with like a turquoise teal duochrome, and that's this one here. A lot of companies have colors kind of like this, but they're all different. I do have Club from MAC, and it's pretty sheer, and like the duochrome in that eyeshadow is more of like a sheen. It's not as sparkly or glittery as, you know, I would like. It's cool. It's an interesting color, but it's, you know, it's nothing compared to this. It's totally different. And I have used this under and over a powder eyeshadow, like literally like as a cream eyeshadow, like as a cream base with powder eyeshadow on top, and then patted this over that. So like technically 3 layers, which seems like a lot, but they're very thin layers, and it looks beautiful. So if you put this, like, you know, both of these sheer opal colors, depending on the eyeshadow base that you use it with, or depending on, you know, the powder eyeshadow that you put, you know, under it, it can definitely change and look different. So those are really cool, and I'm really happy with these. The last color in this quad is called Bravery, and this is a matte finish. And this is a kind of like a dark, medium to dark chocolate brown color. And that's this one here. This one's really pretty too. Again, it feels a little bit more silky versus like creamy and like wet gel-like than, like, you know, compared to some of the other shades, but it's really pretty. You can definitely build them up. But because these have such an interesting finish, I do recommend using either your fingers to like pat on the lid colors, or like a synthetic brush to blend them into your crease. So I have been using, you know, brushes like my MAC 286, which is a, you know, synthetic duo fiber type brush. So those are like the best brushes to use these with, because they're not going to like absorb the color, and they're really going to move it around and blend it out. Okay, the last quad that I bought was is the Where the Light Is, and this was created by KathleenLights, and again, she's another YouTuber, and I wasn't subscribed with her. I wasn't subscribed to her channel, and I didn't really know who she was until this came out, and people were like raving about it all over YouTube. But she seems like a really cool girl, and I believe she's Hispanic, which, I mean, I kind of figured out she has a little bit of an accent, but I couldn't really put my finger on it. And then, you know, watching her channels and so on and so forth, I found out that she was Hispanic. So I thought that was kind of cool that, you know, both of these collaborations with ColourPop have been with, you know, Hispanic girls. So I think that's really awesome. So the 4 colors in this are, let's see, the first one is called Glow, and this is a matte finish. And I'm glad that there's like a matte highlight, because I don't always like shimmery highlights, so I definitely appreciate this one. And this is kind of like an off-white, kind of like a ivory shade, and this one feels like they're all kind of spongy, but this one feels like a little bit more dry almost. Like it's not as like smooth or creamy as the other ones. Like it still has awesome pigmentation and everything. So that's this one here. But like when I'm swatching it with my finger, like the powder or the eyeshadow kind of like, how can I explain this? I'm terrible at explaining right now. It's late. The eyeshadow tends to kind of like crumble a little bit as you're swatching it. But it's super pretty, and I really like this. So I'm excited to use this on my eyes. The next color in here is called Cornelius, and again, this is a matte color. So there's two mattes in here, and I kind of nicked it there, but that's okay, we can fix it. And this is a matte, kind of like a warm, like milk chocolate kind of brown. It's not as light as the one from Danny's Quad. It's a little bit darker, and this is a matte finish, so it is going to look different. So that's this one here. You might not be able to see it a whole lot. It kind of like blends into my skin. It's just slightly darker than my skin tone. But again, it's a really pretty color. The next color in here is called Blaze, and this is a metallic finish. So this is the first metallic finish in ColourPop shadows that I have. And let's see. Oh, this one feels very like silky. It has a lot of slip. It's very emollient. It's kind of like a bronze color with like very fine flecks of glitter. But the glitter is definitely noticeable in this one. I'm not sure if you guys can tell. Yeah, you can see the glitter there. This one's really pretty. So that's a metallic finish. And then the last one that I have here is called KathleenLights, and this is a pearlized finish. And this one is, I think, like the creamiest, the most cream-like of all 8 that I've swatched with you here today. Again, super emollient, very soft, like it's very spongy. Like you can easily, like, you know, press your finger into these. And this is like a really pretty shimmery, like orangey gold. It reminds me a lot of like Amber Lights from MAC. And this one doesn't have any noticeable shimmer. Sorry, this is a really awkward swatch. Doesn't have any noticeable like glitter. It's like shimmer. So it's the difference between the metallic and the pearlized. You would think that the metallic wouldn't have any shimmer. It'd be more of like a really high shine, but I guess not. So yeah, those are those for there. Again, I'm super happy with these. The formula is a little bit different. I'm not really used to working with shadows like these, but I think they're going to look beautiful. I think they're going to perform just fantastically. Fantastic. Whatever. So yeah, those are the ColourPop shadows that I have. So if you guys want to see any looks with these or anything like that, or recommendations of like what bases to wear or anything like that, leave a comment down below. So thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.